Alright, see these fish? We've got a natural environment, real rocks, real sand, real plants, living as nature intended or as God intended, created them, okay? That's Gus. G'day, Gus. He's doing well. Alright, so this brings me to a little topic that I kind of want to chat on. So, God intended. God supposedly created the earth and created nature, right? So, we're meant to be around all these plants, trees. Yeah, we live in all these houses and concrete and crap that we create, right? Okay. We'll put that to the side for a sec. So, put it to the side. Alright. So, supposedly, around 2024 years ago, right, before the calendar started, because that was after Jesus supposedly died, right? Supposedly before all that, only in the Middle East, so there's the whole world, there's Africa, there's people in Africa, there's people like, in Asia, there was people in like Asian countries, there was people in the UK and stuff, but only in the Middle East, the creator of life and the universe came down to only them and said, hey, be peaceful and be loving, be kind. They wrote a story about it. They wrote the Bible. They wrote all these things and they said this stuff all happened, and they've been saying since that it's all factual, it's all true, right? That all this amazing stuff happened. So what we experience, though, in the Middle East is there's this piece of land called the Gaza Strip. There's the two religions, right, which are pretty much the same. They're both peaceful, okay? They both have the same sort of story where the creator of life came down and said, hey, look, this, that, and the other. Be peaceful, be loving. You're all cool. All right? It's all good so far, right? So there shouldn't be any troubles whatsoever. They're peaceful. It doesn't matter about the differences of stories or any of that kind of crap. All right? But they've been having war over this land for over 2,024 years, right? For over 2,000 years, right? They've been having war over this piece of land. They were told by the creator of the universe, of life, to be peaceful. Now that's condescending. That's contradictory, and it's condescending as fuck, man. They should be like the ultimate hippies. They should be like extreme hippies. They shouldn't even want guns. They shouldn't even think of anything violent, you know what I mean? Because the creator of life actually told them to be peaceful and be kind and be loving. They've got stories about it. They preach it. They've got all these like mosques and buildings and stuff where they go and pray. Even though they're still being violent and warring on and doing all this crap. You hear about every single day, blowing each other up. But they're supposedly peaceful. That in itself kind of says that all that was bullshit, right? And that they've been talking shit the whole last couple of thousands of years, right? Okay, sorry if that's offensive, but that's just a fact. So what happened was the Romans, who are linked with Christianity and stuff, which is a sect of Judaism, and Muslims a sect of Judaism and all that kind of crap, right? So the Romans ended up using religion. So even when they went over to try and take over England, they only got to England. And that's why it's got some Roman names like Bath and stuff like that. They set up governments in all these places to look after the people, and they used religion so they could go back and go, hey, look, we're Christian, you guys are Christian, yeah, cool, we're friends, cool, bam, peace, no problems, no issue, right? We can come in free, leave free, like, all that kind of shit. And the Romans have gone around, yeah, bam, bam, bam. They're using religion as a tool and all this kind of shit. When wars happen, right, especially in the Middle East, you notice our petrol prices and prices of everything else rise. Our governments have to spend billions and billions of dollars on training troops, on creating submarines and ships and all this stupid war crap, vehicles and all this stuff just to use to blow each other up and bam, just do the opposite of what God intended, right? And everyone else suffers for it. Everyone else goes broke. Everyone else struggles because the price of living rises, but the money that everyone's given doesn't rise. So it just becomes more expensive for everyone to live. So essentially, these religions, this peaceful crap, when they're having war, is trapping everyone to be broke. And then you're kind of forced to sort of side with them. For some reason, it's like, well, what side do you want? It's like, well, none, because really, they're meant to be peaceful and they're not being peaceful. It's retarded. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's kind of messed up. Like, if they can't prove their God 100%, there's no archaeological facts of any of their story happening, by the way. None at all. None of Noah's Ark, none of all this other bullshit. There's no facts. There's facts of dinosaurs. There's facts of other human civilizations in history before them and after them. There's facts of everything else, but not of this story. And regardless, whether the story is true, let's just say it's true, why are they having war? Why do they even conceive war? Why do they even conceive violence? Why is any of it going on? Especially if they're so passionate about this creator coming down and creating life and telling them to be peaceful. And then if so, and if it was so strong, then why are there all these other unnatural things happening in life? Why are we bothered creating GMO crap? Why don't we support the farmers and make sure we eat natural and stuff? Because we know that that's the right way. Like, the whole direction that humanity's going and claiming that still claiming that God is the whole be-all and end-all, creator and all that kind of shit, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It just seems very manipulative and fake. And the people that actually walk around promoting it, it's like they've lost touch with their soul. They've lost that connection. They've lost that energy connection with things, and they don't listen. They're on this like weird mental high that they get programmed into. It's just really bizarre. It's really bizarre. It does not make sense that religion is so strong and says that it's peaceful, and all it does is take money from people and creates war. They're having war, and that's what's literally destroying society at the moment. If we actually got rid of religion and we all decided, look, let's just get along, stuff the war, stuff the army, stuff all that, let's just all get along as humans in the whole world, work as a big team, we would actually get somewhere. We would create a society. We would actually create, something brilliant, and we could actually move forward and look after all the animals and look after life and actually move forward and strive, you know what I mean? But we're not doing anything but destroying our natural environment, wiping out trees and all this land and stuff to fill it up with concrete and bullshit. And having wars, we're always around 2020, here in Australia, they spent $10 billion on nuclear submarines, all right? $10 billion would help a lot of the farmers here, a lot of the homeless here, a lot of the people struggling here. And the reason why they had to spend that $10 billion on nuclear subs was to protect themselves in case war got too intense from this crap that's happening overseas. All because of these peaceful religions fighting over a tiny piece of land, because they can't get along, because they're meant to be peaceful religions that are loving and accepting of each other. See how condescending it is? It doesn't make sense. So they're the ones fucking up life, and it's religion that's fucked up the world. I set in a black and white situation, and that's literally as black and white as it is. All the other stuff is just little sidetracking stories, just little he said, she said, bullshit dramas. Oh yeah, but what about this? Oh, but it's been going on for so long, so we can't stop. It's like, you can stop. No one's saying you have to build a bomb and blow them back up. No one's saying you guys have to have war over this piece of land. In fact, they're actually saying that the universe's creator said, be peaceful, loving, and help each other, be kind to each other. And they can't even do that themselves. So they should either prove themselves or just fuck their cult off, essentially.